Have you ever wondered why Linux might not be the best choice for your primary operating system? A question that has been a hot topic of debate in tech circles around the globe. But before we dive into that, let's take a moment to understand what Linux is. Linux, as many of you may know, is an open-source operating system modeled on Unix. It's been around since the early 90s and has been the backbone of many servers, smartphones, cars, and even your home appliances. It's known for its robustness, flexibility, and the freedom it offers to its users. Sounds pretty great, right? However, just like every other thing in this world, Linux is not perfect. It comes with its own set of challenges and may not always be the best choice for everyone. Now, this doesn't mean Linux is a bad operating system. In fact, it's a fantastic system for a lot of people and purposes. But it might not be the best fit for you, especially if you're someone who's looking for a user-friendly, everyday operating system. You see, while Linux has many strengths, there are areas where it falls short when compared to its competitors like Windows and macOS. The learning curve, software compatibility issues, and limited user support are some of the key reasons that might make you think twice before making Linux your primary operating system. But don't worry, we're going to explore each of these pain points in detail in the upcoming sections. We'll delve into why these issues exist, how they might affect you, and also discuss some alternatives that could better suit your needs. Remember, choosing an operating system is a lot like choosing a car. It's not just about the engine or the design, it's also about the comfort, the service, and the overall experience it offers, and most importantly, it's about what suits you and your needs the best. So, let's dive into the reasons why Linux might not be the best fit for you. The first reason why Linux might not be your best choice is its steep learning curve. Diving straight into the heart of the issue, Linux, unlike other more mainstream operating systems, isn't exactly a walk in the park. It has a reputation for complexity, and rightly so. While Linux does offer a wealth of options and customizations, these features can also be its downfall for the average user. You see, to truly harness the power of Linux, you need a certain level of technical knowledge. Imagine trying to operate a high-tech, ultra-advanced spaceship when you're just used to driving a car. You could probably figure out how to move it forward eventually, but you'd miss out on the vast majority of features and capabilities. That's what using Linux can feel like for someone who isn't well-versed in computer science. And it's not just about knowing how to navigate the system. Linux is a hands-on operating system. It requires its users to manually handle a lot of functions that other systems automate. It's like being handed a toolbox and a blueprint instead of a ready-made product. If you're a DIY enthusiast, sure, that could be exciting. But for someone who just wants to get things done quickly and efficiently, it's not exactly ideal. Moreover, the user experience differs greatly across its various distributions. What works in one version might not work in another. This inconsistency can make the learning process even more challenging. In comparison, operating systems like Windows and macOS are designed to be intuitive. They are built for ease of use, with a focus on user-friendly interfaces and experiences. They automate many processes, making it easier for users to focus on their tasks, rather than figuring out how the system works. So, if you're not a tech enthusiast and just want an operating system that works right out of the box, Linux might not be up your alley. It's not that it's a bad system, it's just that it requires a level of commitment and learning that not everyone is willing or able to give. So, unless you're a tech enthusiast, the learning curve can be quite overwhelming. Second, Linux can often face software compatibility issues. This, unfortunately, is a reality that cannot be sugarcoated. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly do we mean by software compatibility issues? Well, it's pretty straightforward. There are numerous software applications and games that either do not support Linux at all, or do not function optimally on this operating system. Consider this. You're a graphic designer who relies heavily on Adobe Creative Suite. It's a fantastic toolset that includes Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign. But here's the kicker. Adobe doesn't make a version of Creative Suite that runs on Linux. This is a major hindrance for professionals who depend on these industry-standard tools for their work. Now let's talk about gaming. The gaming industry is a multi-billion-dollar behemoth, and it sees constant growth each year. However, the vast majority of popular games are not available on Linux. While there are some titles that have been ported over, the performance is often subpar compared to their counterparts on Windows or macOS. This can be a major deal breaker for gaming enthusiasts. The same can be said for other software categories too. For instance, Microsoft Office, the most widely used productivity suite, does not have a version for Linux. While alternatives like LibreOffice exist, they may not offer the same level of functionality or compatibility, especially when it comes to complex documents or spreadsheets. Now, don't get me wrong. Linux has its strengths. It's open source, customizable, and has a strong community of dedicated developers constantly striving to improve it. But the fact remains that when it comes to software compatibility, Linux often falls short. This is not a critique of Linux but rather an objective observation. It's vital to choose an operating system that aligns with your needs, and if those needs involve specific software applications or games, Linux might not be the best choice. So, if there's a specific software you rely on, it might not run smoothly or even at all on Linux. Third, Linux suffers from limited user support. Now let's dive into another critical reason why Linux may not be your best choice for a primary operating system: the issue of user support. You see, being an open-source platform, Linux does not have the same level of dedicated customer support that Windows or Mac OS users enjoy. That's not to say that there's no help available, but it's a different beast altogether. Consider this. When you're working with a proprietary operating system like Windows or Mac OS, you have a dedicated team of professionals standing by, ready to assist you with any issues that arise. These teams have been trained specifically to understand their respective operating systems inside and out, and they have access to a wealth of resources to help solve your problems. But with Linux, the picture is quite different. Yes, there are forums, online communities, and documentation available, but it's all largely community-driven. This means that you're relying on the goodwill and expertise of other users to help you out. And while the Linux community is known for its passion and dedication, this is not the same as having a professional support team at your disposal. Moreover, these community resources can be scattered and inconsistent. You might find a solution to your problem on a forum thread from 5 years ago, or you might not. And even if you do find a solution, it might not be explained in a way that you understand. The level of technical knowledge required to navigate these resources can be daunting for the uninitiated. Now, this is not to discredit the incredible work that the Linux community does. Indeed, it's a testament to their commitment that they've created such a robust and vibrant support network. But the fact remains that if you're a novice user or someone who doesn't enjoy troubleshooting, this could be a major obstacle. In conclusion, while Linux has many strengths, its user support system is not one of them. This lack of dedicated professional support can make it a challenging choice for those who aren't tech-savvy or simply don't have the time or inclination to troubleshoot issues on their own. So, if you're not someone who enjoys troubleshooting, this could be a major drawback. Finally, let's discuss some alternatives to Linux. If the steep learning curve, software compatibility issues, and limited user support have you thinking twice about Linux, don't worry. There are other options out there that might better suit your needs. Let's explore two of the most popular alternatives: Windows and Mac OS. Windows is a household name, and for good reason. It's known for its user-friendly interface and widespread compatibility. From gaming to productivity tools, Windows supports a vast array of software options. The operating system also boasts a robust support network, with millions of users worldwide. Whether you're a tech novice or a seasoned professional, you'll find that Windows offers a comfortable, familiar environment to work in. But what if you're someone who values design and seamless integration? Then Mac OS might be the choice for you. Developed by Apple, Mac OS features a sleek, intuitive interface that perfectly integrates with other Apple devices. Its robust ecosystem ensures that all your devices work together harmoniously, providing a seamless user experience. Moreover, Mac OS is known for its superior security features, offering users peace of mind in an increasingly digital world. Now, it's important to note that both Windows and Mac OS come with their own set of challenges. Windows, while user-friendly, is often critiqued for its susceptibility to viruses. Mac OS, on the other hand, may not offer the same level of software compatibility as Windows. However, both these operating systems have made significant strides in addressing these issues, offering users regular updates and patches for enhanced security and performance. So whether you're a student, a professional, a creative, or a casual user, both Windows and Mac OS offer compelling alternatives to Linux. They provide the convenience and user-friendliness that Linux often lacks, making them a more suitable choice for many. In conclusion, while Linux has its merits, it might not be the best choice for everyone. There are other options out there that might better suit your needs.